Hey everyone, here's a little update. Hey, I'm Melissa with The Simple Life Wife, and I make videos of natural and healthy living. You're welcome to subscribe if you're interested. I haven't made a video in a while, and I honestly don't really intend to keep up with videos too much unless it just works out perfectly in my schedule. Because I find that YouTube is more of a taker than a giver, unless you're just prepared for it to be a full-time job for yourself, which I'm not. So anyway, this will be a bit of an update today, just because I felt like doing it. I had a couple minutes. Okay, so I'm making some bean soup, and this is actually really good. I was never a fan of ham and bean soup. It was part of my mom's repertoire as I was growing up, and it was just, I never liked the smell of it, you know, in the pressure cooker and all that. But of course your tastes kind of change when you grow up too. But this one is a really good recipe. Here it is if you want to screenshot it, if you're able to read my writing. It's navy beans with greens, and you put bacon and onion, and you either put stock to cover, which I didn't have any bone broth or stock to put in, so I covered with water and put a ham hock or pork bone in there, and I'm just letting it go all day. And at the very end you add in some packages of frozen spinach, and my 4-year-old son says it's his favorite soup. Okay, so as far as updates, one exciting thing that I found out yesterday in the natural world is that I live in Iowa, and there are 19 states, as far as I'm aware, that do not allow the sale of raw milk. And I won't go into all the whys of raw milk, but it's super healthy for you, way healthier than store-bought milk. And so Iowa was one of those states that it was not legal to sell raw milk. I got around it a little bit because I have a farmer friend, and I would just donate money to the hay fund, and she would give me some milk. So that's how we did that, because it seems quite wrong to tell someone they are not allowed to have nutritious food. But my friend from Texas actually texted me yesterday and said it is officially legal as of July 1st, 2023, for the sale of raw milk in Iowa. So yay! That is a huge accomplishment. I was kind of keeping up with the legislature and trying to push it through and stuff, but I lost track of it. And apparently May 11th, our governor, Kim Reynolds, signed it into law that the farmer, the dairy producer, may sell their raw milk without pasteurizing it. We can't buy it in the store like some states. Each state has their own rules on it, but as of yet, we can't buy it in the stores, but we can buy it legally from a farmer, which is awesome, because hopefully it'll start making people more healthy, because they'll be getting the raw milk with the enzymes and not homogenized and all that messing. I think that's why so many people have dairy allergies and all that. And I have heard that people's bad allergies have gotten like totally fixed just from having local raw milk. Something about, because the cow or goat, we have goat's milk, but because they're eating the locals, you know, pollen and all that, and then it gets into the milk, and it just helps your system. So anyway, that is exciting news. It's kind of funny, I had to hear about it from my Texas friend. Let's see what else. Today is 4th of July. We'll see if I get this video put up by 4th of July, but 4th of July is always fun to me. It's just a laid back holiday, and there's candy. So from the parades, we got this big bag of candy. Have you ever thought about, it's kind of interesting, the tradition of throwing out candy at a parade and then expecting your little bitty children to go out and put their hands next to moving tires, like tractor tires and stuff. I was a lot more nervous last year when my kids were a little younger and totally didn't understand. But this year, I'm working on my stress. Speaking of stress, another big reason why I'm not focused on YouTube anymore is, well, for one thing, I'm not watching YouTube videos anymore, which has been really good for just giving me extra free time. I find that when you have a YouTube channel, you tend to watch more because you're learning of how to do it, and you're just on the app more because you're making your own videos and all that. And ever since I started the limbic system rewire program, which you can go back and watch a few of my videos if you're interested in that, which I totally recommend because it's a great program for calming your nervous system. Ever since I started that about 2.5 months ago, I just had to empty out a lot of my calendar of what's going on in my day, because I have 3 little kids, which is a lot in my day anyway. And then so I've added a bigger devotional time with God and visualizing, which sounds funny, I know, but it's a huge part of calming your nervous system. Is just basically getting your mind in a happy, calm state at least 30 to 60 minutes. So what you do is, I'm doing it at least a few times a day, where I just try to spend at least 20 minutes. Like yesterday, I was visualizing going to the donut shop. And it really made me want a donut after, but and just all the sights and smells, and I was by myself, and it was just a calm, happy experience, that kind of thing. So it's getting your brain releasing those good endorphins and all the good hormones. So you're calming your nervous system, you're telling your body that you are safe and you're healthy. And so the idea is that eventually, within 6 to 12 months of doing these visualizations, you will calm your nervous system, and a lot of your health problems actually will go away, which I have every hope for. And there are plenty of people that have had it work for them. So I am putting in my best effort for at least 6 months, at least. It's been about 2.5 months, and anyway, so that's where I am with that. And I've played with the idea of putting some visualizations on YouTube for my videos, like guided visualizations, where me just talking out loud. I probably wouldn't put my picture up here. I would just put up like a picture of the beach or something. Just like a 15-minute video of me talking, for people that are struggling to come up with visualization ideas, because I use those. If you Google on YouTube, if you, that's probably true, because isn't YouTube owned by Google? Anyway, if you search on YouTube, guided visualization or something like that, you'll probably come across one. And some people call it like bedtime stories. So you put it on, even for adults, just someone kind of walking along the beach and just enjoying life and stuff like that. It's just nice to think about. What's hard is to not fall asleep while you're doing it, at least for me, especially with, I don't know if I have chronic fatigue syndrome, but I definitely am chronically fatigued. So I don't know. So I really struggle with falling asleep during my visualizations. That's why I'm doing it lots of times throughout the day, so that at least at some point I probably am not falling asleep while I'm doing it. But it is a lot of fun. And if you think about it as fun, and you get to go do whatever you want in your mind, which is just like going to read a good book, you can go somewhere and like a pirate adventure, whatever, and it's exciting. But it's different because your visualizations are supposed to be positive, and not lots of drama, because you're trying to keep your brain thinking it's very happy. So along with the limbic system rewire, you're supposed to be spending more time with God, and prayer, Bible memory, which has been great for our family. We've been memorizing a verse, and the kids just thrive on it. And so it's just things I should have been implementing anyway. And I've been trying to give myself more grace too. If I don't wake up on time to get everything in, just got to give myself some grace. Things like that. Because perfectionism apparently tends to be one of those when your nervous system is at a place it shouldn't be, I can't remember the word, you tend to be perfectionistic and OCD and controlling, and I get overwhelmed easily, which apparently is one of those, it's kind of, I don't know if I should call it a sin, but it's one of those things that you are doing to yourself. So anytime, that's something the program has really made me aware of is, they call it, anyway, you're just playing with overwhelm. Like, oh, I feel so overwhelmed, like with the kids around me and all that. But overwhelm is something you are feeling. It's something you are allowing yourself to feel. So anytime I've started to feel overwhelmed, I just need to step back, maybe visualize a little, at least distract myself, put on some worship music, pray, start counting all the blue objects in the room, just calm down, remind my nervous system I'm okay, I'm safe, and life does not have to be overwhelming no matter what is going on in my life. Plenty of people have more kids than me and they're not overwhelmed. It's just, yeah, and you change your perspective. You try not to be so negative. That's another big part of the limbic system program, is you stop thinking negatively, which I had no idea how negatively my brain was going all the time. But when you start realizing it, you can shift to the positive. So, oh, these kids are so overwhelming, whatever it is, you know, I'm trying to make supper and their hands are all over in it and I just need a minute to myself. You change it to the positive, like, God gave me these children and I'm so thankful I asked God for them. You know, things like that. It changes your perspective and it calms down your nervous system to be more of a grateful person. And I feel like since I've started the program, I've come across so many, like on Sundays, the sermons, just like I can see where God is telling me this in the Bible, like, don't be anxious, all these things that I'm learning in the program, which thankfully I'm in a Christian program. And I'll link to it if I have time, because I'm sure some people might be interested in the program. So, and along with that, just noticing you're never supposed to think negatively about anybody. And I catch myself, I almost play the victim in my mind a lot. I realize, like, this person did this and this, you know, I just didn't realize I did this kind of stuff, thinking kind of negatively about people. And you put yourself, of course, in the positive light in your mind. So I'm really thankful that I've become aware of that, and I'm constantly stopping the negative thoughts and just more praying for people. So that's been really good for me too. Yeah, and so even my daughter just now coming in a second ago, it just reminds me, I may not be on YouTube much just because it's just not worth it. Like, I'm like rushing her out so I can finish my video, and I should be working on my soup here and go enjoying my family. So in general, it's just not worth it unless you just have lots of extra time or you are making it your income. I'm finding, I don't know why I'm telling you this, just being honest. Or if you're thinking about having a YouTube channel, just so you know, it does take from you, and it tends to make me in bad moods when I'm trying to make a video and the children are trying to come in, which it's their house, they should be able to, or trying to come into the room, whatever, and because I don't want them in the video. It's just something I've decided I don't want, is their faces on the internet. So anyway, at this point I feel like I'm babbling, but I think I've said most of what I wanted to, and I just wanted to put a little update on here anyway, which I'll do occasionally perhaps anyway. And I kind of feel like my views on health stuff is changing too, and I'm not sure if the group that I've gotten of subscribers on here are going to appreciate that I'm kind of changing to not be so strict on health stuff and just being more of, my body can handle some of this non-organic stuff, or some of the not so natural stuff. Like, I think God made my body that I can handle some of it. Yes, you still treat your body really well, all that, you know, but if I calm my nervous system, I think I should be able to handle some of this stuff better. So that's where I am. And if you have questions, you can put them below. And there was one other thing that I thought was important to talk about, which I think I've talked about before, but with the limbic system program, you don't research your health issues anymore, or try to find out why they happened. I mean, sure, maybe a little bit, just if you have an immediate problem or something, just a little bit, but basically you don't obsess about it, which is something I have totally done this past year, and you can just see it all over my YouTube channel. Just, maybe it was this, maybe this is what caused my issues, you know, all the many issues, and then you just keep getting more issues because you keep taking things out of your diet or keep adding in supplements, you know. And so I'm focused more on my nervous system right now and just calming everything down so that my body can handle the little things that are thrown at it, just like most people's bodies can. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.